Oh, come on. I'm back. Maybe. I wonder if I'm live. Who knows? Let's try that again. Hey, there we go. I wonder if I'm live. Who knows? Yeah, my screen just went out. So let's try that again. Hey, there we go. I wonder if I'm live. Who knows? Yeah, my screen just went out. So okay. Well, here I am sitting and talking to the camera, and there's no screen in front of me. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. There we go. See if the monitor hey, there we go. Reset. So okay, we're back. Must be daylight saving time messing with us. November 1st, 2020. Welcome to the darkness. It is now dark. Last week I could see the backyard at 6 o'clock, but not anymore. So we are into the dungeon for the next few months as far as dark, sunsetting early. Although on the plus side, I guess it does comes up a little earlier for those of us that do set our time using daylight saving. So so I guess that is a bonus. It won't be dark first thing in the morning, which will be good, at least for a little while, and then it flip-flops, I think. So anyway, welcome to November, everybody. Photo shorts, that's number 334. 334 of these things. Who would have guessed? We're back. So hopefully it looks like there's some good images in the group. I haven't contributed any this week. Just super busy, which is good, but not much photography as usual, I guess. Hey, Wes.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Well, thank you for contributing a bunch of images. I
saw
you posted a few.
I've been shooting a lot the last couple of weeks, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not really happy with any of it, but it is what it is. I'll share it anyway.
No. That's good. At least you're getting out and doing stuff, making lemonade out of some lemons, huh?
Yeah.
Got the extra time. Have you heard anything? Any update on anything?
I did have an interview this on Friday, a couple days ago. So my first actual interview. So
good.
I think that went well. But we'll
All
see.
Right. That was one of the ones that you were saying that the posting was closing a couple weeks ago when you were.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, we should get positive thoughts on that because that's it can be a challenge. I know that. So.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in my position.
Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to stay, kind of in with the state in your general area, it's a relatively smaller universe of potential options. So good. Hopefully things work out positive for you on that. And then I guess on the other end, you got extra time, so you've been able to get out. So that's good. That's good. So, and it looks like you've had good weather down there. You guys had
sort of.
Yeah.
It's actually going to cool off a lot tomorrow, so I got a trip planned for tomorrow to do some hiking. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
Nice. You didn't have any of that. You didn't get any of the leftovers from that Hurricane Zeta or Tropical Storm Zeta.
We didn't get any of that at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys get it?
Yeah, we had it rolled. It was mostly wind. We had about 2 or 3 hours of pretty strong wind here in Atlanta area. Hit about 4 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning, and pretty much over by 7:30, 8 o'clock. But it blew down a lot of trees. Nothing in our yard, but we had a neighbor lose a tree that fell on top of his truck in his driveway. So it looks like that's probably totaled. But it's a lot of trees down. I have a friend whose neighbor tree fell and crushed his deck and part of his porch. That type of stuff. So lots of stuff, trees and branches down. Not too much rain, which is good. We've had a ton of rain this year, so we really didn't need any more rain. But hopefully that's the end of the tropical storm season for us. We've had enough of it.
They're gonna run out of everything.
They went through the regular alphabet, and then there were Zeta. I don't know. I don't think that's actually the end of the Greek alphabet. I don't think that's all the way through, but I mean it's pretty deep into the Greek alphabet.
Yeah.
You don't need to test that out, but it was a lot of storms this year. So hopefully that we are done with that because now it's great time of year here. Now the
Mhm.
temperature,
Yeah.
mid 60s for highs and lows around, the low 40s. So it's nice and crisp in the morning and
Mhm.
dry and nice, comfortable temperatures during the day. So that's
Yeah.
it's the best, just about the best time of year here. As long as we don't get the storms. So
Mhm.
so good. So any well, you've been shooting with your R, right? Yeah.
Yeah, mostly they are.
Okay. All right. Although the wildlife stuff has been with the ADD, it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what I grab either one depending on how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's a nice. It's a good option to have. Oh, look at Joe sitting in your listening room, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Is this
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah. Audio's fine.
cool?
Are you listening to trying to lift to some uplifting music after the Rams?
Oh, that there's nothing that can be uplifting after that. That was ridiculous. That was
It's kind of, now you know what it feels like to be an Atlanta fan.
well, hey, I've been a Rams fan for a lifetime, so
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, they no, I like I said, that's definitely home field advantage. Have the visiting team sit on the hottest side of the stadium. That's entirely intentional.
it was a 60-degree difference.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah,
So,
it was hot there. I mean, it looks like just normal temperature was warm to begin with, and then with the sun and the humidity.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a big difference. Yeah, so. Yeah, well, that's called home field advantage. Yeah.
Hey, if you got it, fly.
One of the things you gotta take into consideration when you go on the road, I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. So how's it going, James?
Good. I bought myself something new.
Okay, good. So is your cousin gonna be able to join us, or has the lockdown affected his ability to use the internet?
No, he's going to join us.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a hedge trimmer. I had to trim my bushes,
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
but it's new.
Okay. All right. Good. Did you guys get a bunch of stuff from that storm this week? Did you get a bunch of stuff come through on Thursday for you? Okay. Did it blow down any trees or do any damage in your area?
Some trees were blown down. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We had a fair amount of that here, but nothing in our immediate, in our yard. But we had some neighbors that were affected a little bit. And hey, there's Dennis. So what's it like being in lockdown again?
Not till Thursday.
Oh, it doesn't start till Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. Shutting all the restaurants. Everything's closing down.
Really?
Yeah.
So just like April again, huh?
Have the stores been all cleaned out?
No, they said that the supermarkets are staying open, but non-essential shops have got to close from Thursday onwards. That's restaurants, pubs, entertainment. Nothing is allowed to open.
Wow. So it's just like what they went through in the spring again, then, huh?
Yeah, the schools are staying open, and so are the colleges. So.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely the numbers are really rocketed up. Even in this area, we only had 28 people per 100,000. Now we got 150 something per 100,000.
Oh wow! So yeah, more than 5 times as many. Yeah.
We're not too bad here. Up in the Midlands is really bad. Sort of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The police broke up. Someone's having an illegal rave. They found 700 people having a party in a warehouse.
There you go. That's so much for social distancing there, huh?
Yeah, so they should just they should have just bolted the doors and left them in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I'm watching a UK series right now called The Bay. It's kind of funny.
Oh man. So they're having we're kind of having the same thing here. I mean, it's more in the northern states than the southern states now. More of the northern U.S. states are getting upticks in cases and that type of thing. And So it sounds like you're having more of that in the northern part of your country too.
Yeah, I think that not so many people are dying, but it's only because they've learned how to deal with it better, you know.
Mhm.
But they reckon the hospitals will be overrun if they don't shut everything down. There won't be enough room in the hospitals for the people in intensive care.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing they're kind of running up against here. Is people, the number of cases is going up, but I don't know what. Hospitalizations are going up, but I don't know if it's increasing as much as it was relatively compared to the spring. But they're making the point that a lot of hospitals in more of the rural areas, especially in the northern states, they didn't really have much of an outbreak earlier in the year, and now they're getting really their first major outbreak of it, and it's kind of overwhelming. The smaller hospitals out in the country and out in the countryside. So
they're forecasting that more people are going to die this time round than in April. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. November was the second wave, so this is actually the first day of the second wave, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what they've been talking about, kind of things, increasing again as you headed into November, October, November, December. So,
Joe, are you still driving with your truck around?
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah. I've never not stopped being in contact with people every day since this thing started. And here I still am. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what to say.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff, your contact is, if you're inside, you end up wearing a mask a lot of time inside, right?
Yeah,
like going into a warehouse or something like that.
Yeah, I rarely do freight though, so I mostly handle the moving side of our business. So,
okay.
Right. I am, in very close contact with people that are just getting here from, especially when this thing started, they were coming from Washington State. They were coming from all these other hot zones moving here. And I'm one of the first people they're talking to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, I just never have, I rarely wear a mask, tell you the truth. I guess maybe I shouldn't admit that. But I mean, I do when I go inside and they require it. I mean, I don't, I'm not one of those that's like, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. I just, with what I do, it's just, I just.
Yeah. But you're outside with people a lot of times too. You're like outside, which makes a big difference, I think.
Yeah, I am mostly outside.
And with all the sun you get there, they really found that sunlight, the virus doesn't like sun too much. So that's probably, and you guys, and you spend most of your time delivering sun shovels. So.
Oh man, we can't keep those in stock.
Yeah.
Those things are.
So that makes a big difference. Yeah, I don't. I wear a mask if I have to go in and they require it. But when I'm outside, I don't. Because you're outside, and if you got air between you, I haven't attended any rallies, so I don't know.
Any raves inside?
No, I haven't been to a rave in at least 6 months.
Yeah, trying to quit. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I figured at my age I probably should cut back a little bit. So this was kind of forcing me to cut back on my rave lifestyle that I've held for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't talk about it too much, but that is part. That is kind of a secret double life I lead.
We had a guy here who was absolutely adamant you don't need to wear a mask, and he actually started a campaign to sort of do away with it. Well, this week he was released from intensive care after nearly dying.
Right.
I think he changed his attitude.
Yeah, that's well. Here, see, this is Arizona, and I don't know that you guys have this across the pond, but Arizona is a big, gigantic red state, right? And so there are. 2.5 million Trump supporters here, and they all believe that literally after Tuesday the virus is over. Like you hear it all over the place here. Oh yeah, well November 4th the virus is over. It's done. You're an idiot. That's why You're an idiot. So on November 5th, cancer's cured too? Stupid? Like, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't political, you a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the unfortunate part, that it's become politicized, which just is not a good thing, because you got, whatever percentage just don't believe it. And
oh my God, it is ridiculous here. I don't know. Are you? Is Florida that's a red state too, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah, it's been a red state for a while.
Yeah. I think it might not. It might be more of a purple state now this year. They're thinking it might turn.
Yeah, it's always very, very close, but it's been going red. But maybe we'll go blue this time. We'll see.
Yeah. They're talking about Georgia too. Maybe being a blue state this year. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely a dynamic that hasn't been around before. That's for sure. I mean, with the election and a pandemic and all that stuff. So it's.
I watched your president on our TV.
No. That's your president. That ain't my president.
He looks just like your prime minister. Your prime minister. I mean,
he was talking to a guy called Biden, and he says there's no need to worry because there's a cure coming at the end of the month.
Yeah. These guys are something else. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'd like to know where he's getting it from, because no one else seems to know about it.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. If it helps him get elected, then it works. If not, then it won't be there anymore. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's just blame the scientists and say they told me it was going to be ready.
Yeah. It's interesting times. I'm expecting quite a wild ride on the election. I don't think we'll know on election day. I think it's going to be a couple of days later, just because of the way the states are with early voting, and some states can count ballots ahead of time, others can't, and it's going to be interesting.
Well, I was listening to Joey do a podcast, and they were saying if Biden takes Florida and Pennsylvania, then it probably will be able to call it on election night.
Yeah, although, Florida's pre-counting their stuff as it comes in. Pennsylvania apparently can't start until election day counting. So there's going to be a delay there. But they're saying Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina, because both of those states can start. They can't start counting yet, but they can tabulate and get everything ready to count, literally starting right away on election day. So we'll have numbers from those states pretty quick. So that might be enough. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
If you want to know who's won, just ring up Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably already knows.
Yeah, he's been rigging the votes for you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. It's definitely been a crazy 4 years for sure. And then this last 6 months has just been extra crazy.
It's going to be really lousy after Tuesday. There'll be nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Text is saying go and vote. I get about 4 a day.
Yeah.
I keep getting texts and calls and mailboxes full of crap. And
I get text messages. Yeah, every piece of mail for the last month has been a political flyer of some kind. So it just right out of the mailbox and right into the recycle bin. It gets dumped really, really fast. And text messages, although it doesn't do anything, you get all those texts, and I just mark them all as spam. But they just, you can't. They're not legally. They're legally allowed to keep spamming you if they want. So it's hopefully it all ends. All I can say is I'll be happy to go back to commercials about ED and PE. I didn't think I'd want to hear any of those, but after all the election commercials, I'll take ED and PE commercials along with personal injury attorneys. That's the other thing we always get on the local news. It's always accident attorneys, and then Cialis and ED and PE stuff. So
we get wonderful ones about have you booked your funeral?
Oh,
take out some insurance, make it cheap.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Pre-planning.
The one that gets me is people have got their plot ready for when they die, but then they move, so they have to sell the lot.
Yeah, the big, of course, this is a big retirement area, and so the parts of Phoenix that where it's predominantly gray hairs, you see all that type of stuff in those parts of town for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's funeral home after funeral home, and it's all about like you know, all these advertisements for death and life insurance and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, carts, lots of carts and all that.
Yeah.
You get the ones what say, "Don't be a burden on your family."
Yes, I swear. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes,
You
absolutely.
make it. Guilt is a strong motivator.
Yeah.
For everything, right? Exactly. It
That's
is.
right. Yeah.
Absolutely, it is. It's hilarious though, yeah, because you can always tell when you're in those parts of town because it's immediate. It's like you cross a line and there it is. It's all in your face. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. It is. It's all the billboards, all the advertising, everything is just like literally right there. Yeah. Yeah.
My friend's ambition is that he dies owing the revenue $1 million.
Oh yeah. Now it depends. Does he have any family that would be responsible for paying the debt though? That's the problem.
No. I mean, when it dies, that dies with you, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's depends on where you die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's not always the case here in America. Actually.
Yeah. It depends on the state where you die. They can come after some stuff, but yeah.
If
No, I
you die
want to
with-
die. I want to die. You know, and I'll take bouncing one check, and it'll be to the Undertaker. That's why I want to die. Write a check to the end. The last check I write is to the Undertaker. If somebody writes, is to the Undertaker, and it bounces. That's my plan.
I think they check that before you bury you.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Well, maybe I need to do some pre-planning. I don't want to be a burden on my family.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so that it is so funny. It is. I mean, it's not funny, but it's, you know.
Oh, that's funny. Come on, it is funny.
And you know what's funny too is that there's just as many. You know how when you go to the hood, you always know when you're in the bad part of town. Lots of sirens, lots of lights. Well, you know when you're in the older part of town too, because there's lots of sirens and lots of lights. You would think you're in a high crime area. You're like, no, it's the opposite.
Yeah. Yep. It's funny how that works on either end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
I used to live about a block away from a nursing home, and it was pretty common. Middle
It
of the night.
is. That's part of the people don't think about that too much, but that's part of that reality, man.
Do they use their sirens at night then in America?
Sometimes.
At night? Oh, you bet they do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they don't do it there, it's just lights. You know, there's no sirens.
When they turned into the neighborhood, they turn them off, I think. But
Yeah.
basically, on the main road, they use siren.
Yeah. Although my parents live in a retirement community, you know, where they have independent living and then nursing, and they're like, yeah. Every time we talk to them, it was like, oh yeah, somebody else passed over in the nursing wing or whatever, and so we saw the ambulance, but they just don't. Yeah, they just kind of roll up and take them away at that point. Yeah. Like, okay.
Yeah. It's a trip, man.
It happened to all of us at some point, I guess. So.
We all get our
None of us
turn.
gets out of this life alive.
We all get our turn.
I hope all of us lives to 100 and has a good life the whole time. Hey,
Yeah, will you be able to pay the home care bill though? Because they're pretty expensive.
yeah, it can be. It can be really expensive. That is for sure. Now, yes, there's Simi, sleepy photographer. After daylight saving going away, did that catch you? Did that catch you, Simi? No. How are you doing? Doing good. Good to see you, man.
No, I ignore it.
Yeah. What's an hour?
I just wish they would stop doing it. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm with you, brother. I am with you.
Yeah. What do you have to complain about, Joe?
I'm with you.
Yeah. You don't change clocks there. Yeah.
Yeah. You got my vote for not doing it. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like last week I could see my backyard. Now it's dark. So. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
But it'll be lighter in the morning. So you're gonna have to get up even earlier in the morning now, Stimmy.
see, it's much harder to get up in the morning that early when it's freezing outside. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
during the summer you can take a little chill, but wintertime it's like you got to be motivated.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, you gotta get up an extra hour early to go into the sub-zero temperature instead of 50 to 60 degrees. Yeah. Different. Yeah. Well, good. Okay. Well, let's get off of the election talk and talk of death and elections. Maybe we got to talk about taxes. That's the other. Well, we got
Exactly.
death
Yeah. Death, taxes, and how about some religion in there, Mark?
Yeah, we can toss in some religion. Yeah, let's toss in some religion.
Yeah. That makes for friendly conversation.
Yeah.
Are your churches open?
What's that, James?
Are your churches open? They do it on the TV here.
Oh, the
Churches you go to, you can watch on the TV or you can watch it on the internet.
oh, the YouTube. I've got it up. I'll go ahead and share the screen here. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Should be working.
What's working? What's not
I'll
working?
watching it either on the screen or on computer screen or on the TV.
Yeah,
Right.
like the church I go to, which I haven't been to for a while.
Oh, okay. Online services. Yeah. Okay.
So I can watch it online.
Yeah, a lot of churches are doing that, and we notice a few in our area. They're doing outdoor services too.
Yeah.
With having everybody out in the parking lot, which works as long as the weather's warm and dry. It doesn't work too much in the winter. But,
There's actually always been a lot of churches here that do services outside. I mean, Phoenix, as you can imagine, is just that kind of place. Don't be surprised if a lot of the things that you do indoors over there,
oh yeah,
we already do outdoor. I mean, it just doesn't rain and there's tons of sunshine. So
Yeah.
as long as it's not 2,000 degrees outside, they'll do something outside.
yeah. Well, which is like 8 months out of the year, 7 months out of the year.
Yeah.
4 months where it's just too damn hot to be
Yeah.
outside.
It is.
So,
Yeah.
Joe, are there a lot of people moving to Phoenix for retirement?
Oh, there's an incredible amount of people that are moving here. Yeah. They're all, yeah, it just has not stopped. Yeah. During the beginnings of the pandemic, because I talked to all of them and you'll get people moving in and moving out. And the ones that are moving in are like, well, we moved here because we figured our chances were better, or we moved here because of XYZ reason. And the ones that are moving out, it's, well, we want to be closer to our family now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mixture.
Yeah.
Tacos, boys, tacos. Yay.
Uh-huh. You're a bad man, Joe.
Yeah, oh, that's going well, Joe.
Tacos al pastor.
All right. Well, hey, let's talk about photography. Any new equipment? Anything photography purchased in the last week or two? Anything? No,
Not yet.
not yet. Uh-oh. That means you're thinking of something.
Waiting for sales.
He's going to buy that large format camera, Dennis. I knew it. I know it.
Yeah, the large format. It's coming.
8 by 10.
No, I'm probably gonna replace my tripod.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's all.
Wow, replacing a tripod's a big deal.
Yeah. I still have a backup one, but it's the old heavy one. But the other one, I've tried fixing it, and I've got more parts for it. But it's just the salt water just ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was saying the salt water probably gets. Now, do you have what is your current tripod now, and which one are you looking to get?
The one I'm using right now is the backup one is an Enduro. It's built like a tank, and it's got nice seals that are easy to clean. So
Okay.
that one's. But the one I was using, I think it was a Fisol,
Okay.
and it was pretty good. It was light carbon fiber, but yeah, the seals were just not holding up.
Oh, okay, so it wouldn't. You couldn't adjust the legs anymore. They just got degraded to a point where it didn't work anymore. Basically.
Yep, I've taken it apart and I've seen where I can replace the parts on it. I guess I can order parts for it. But then this is the second time I've done this within a year.
Oh,
So
okay.
they don't let even the replacement parts. They don't last that long after.
Okay.
So they just get rotted out.
Yeah, and it's because of all the water. I mean, seawater,
Water and the gritty sand, and so when you come home, you should clean it out. But you just get home, just kind of throw it in the car.
Yeah.
And by the time you think about it the next day, it's a little too late.
Yeah, you should approach some tripod manufacturers and say, hey, send me one of those, your best one, and I'll test it out for you for a year, and I'll give you a good testimonial or a bad one. Yeah, you could be sponsored by. You could, you'd have to wear like a little hat, like a Bogan hat, or something like that. With the
Yeah, I'd have to do something like start a YouTube channel like you guys.
Yeah, well,
Jimmy, when you take your photographs, is the tripod very low or is it the legs stretched out? Because what I was saying is maybe you could put splash bags on them to save the water getting into it.
It depends. It depends on. I mean, sometimes I'm real low, as low as I can get, and sometimes I'm eye height, and it just depends. So it's all over the place. It's not usually at one height.
Yeah.
It's whatever the composition, whatever I find, that's where I put it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it sounds like for especially the type of photography you do, where you got a lot of water, salt water, that type of thing. A tripod is just one of those things that you just plan on replacing sooner rather than later. It's almost a disposable item to a certain extent. I mean, it's just you just know it's gonna wear out relatively quick.
I mean, the Enduro one I've had 6 years now, 7 years.
That's
And I've cleaned it, not as regular as you should, but that one seems to last pretty well, and the seals are very good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We know salt water is not very good for your equipment, Timmy.
He tried testing his camera in the salt water a few years ago.
Yeah. My controls are not very good.
Yeah.
I still have that camera. I keep it in the trunk. Every once in a while, I'll bring it out and I'll pretend like I dropped it in the water again.
Relive the experience.
Yeah, when I'm out with other people and they start freaking out, and it's like, don't worry about it.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Well, yeah, I would 6 years for as much as you're out and about. That's a pretty good lifespan for a tripod, I would think, with all the water, like the salt water especially. Yeah, because I could just see that would tear things up pretty quick. Yeah, between that and the grit, that stuff, all the sand and stuff just gets in there, and gets in the middle of everything. Joe runs into that when he does the studio shoots with salt water and the sand.
Tons of sand at least. Yeah, the salt water. Yeah, not so much. Yeah, no, I was just saying because tripods are one of those things. They're like a refrigerator. Like, hardly ever have to replace a tripod. Most people, you buy a tripod and that's pretty much it. I mean, you're kind of done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're a specific case, because when you mention I have to replace my tripod, it's like, whoa. Right. That's kind of, like the person that's actually replacing the refrigerator. I mean, they've probably had it 20 years, and tripods are about the same deal. It's like a 15-year deal. Like, people carry around their tripods till they, but in his case, they literally are falling apart. Yeah.
But it's like the appliances in this house, because we're on well water, so the water is extremely hard. We have a water softener, but I mean, I think we replaced our dishwasher way before it was ready to go, but the parts inside just got brittle from just all the hard water. And seals started to go. Rubber seals, they dry up real quick, even with the water softener.
Yeah.
It's just
in the UK, they have a big time problem. They have to replace their garbage disposals all the time, right, Dennis? Like you guys replace your garbage disposals all.
Yeah, well, I used to service the stuff like that, and you'd be surprised how many silver spoons and expensive I've got out of a waste disposal unit.
They don't really have a lot of garbage disposals. It's kind of the running joke. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. No,
Maybe Dennis can give me a recommendation. I've been looking at I think it's a British company. It's a Leo Photo. They make tripods, I think. They've got a couple that look pretty good that seem to be getting some pretty good reviews.
Well, this is the tripod, aren't it? This is
Manfrotto.
Manfrotto. Yeah.
fiberglass, not fiberglass, carbon fiber. Pretty good. I wouldn't want to carry this to the places you go, Timmy. Yeah, the head on it weighs about as much as the tripod.
Yeah.
It's just like I've got a large format camera really because some of the tripods are quite small.
Yeah.
But I've probably got 4 tripods, honestly.
Yeah. I've got 2. Have you looked at, and I haven't looked at them since I bought mine. Like Joe said, I got tripod 6 years ago, and it's probably going to last me, quite a bit longer than that. It's a Siri, SIRI.
Yeah, I got one of their monopods. It's
Okay.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I have the carbon. I don't know which model it is, but yeah, it's been a real pretty lightweight carbon fiber. Good, seals good. Does pretty good job. So, but yeah, there's a lot to choose from, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got one of their monopods and one of their mini. It's not a travel tripod. It's like a mini tripod. It goes about 3 feet high, but I use that for places where they don't allow tripods. So
Oh, okay.
you can sneak that one in. It's small enough, and nobody really complains when you see that one. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, I've been pretty happy with that brand, but yeah, there's a lot out there. I just remember when I was looking at so many, from relatively low price to super high price, and a lot of it just depends. Are you going to be replacing the ball head at all, or is it just going to be the legs?
I will keep the ball head, but I'll probably get another one. I'm gonna get a combination one that kind of so I can get rid of my gimbal head because that thing's a pain.
Okay.
There's one that's kind of like it's a cross between a ball head and it acts like a gimbal head. It kind of does both.
All right.
So I don't have to take it off when I'm doing wildlife. I can just keep the head on.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, let us know what you end up with, because that's kind of a primary tool for a landscape photographer, especially that takes 10-minute exposures. Yeah, you need a good sturdy tripod.
I wouldn't have an issue if I just stayed away from the water, the salt water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of a key component to a lot of your photography.
You're hooked on that.
What was that?
You're hooked on it. You can't let it go.
Yeah, it's I mean, even when pretty soon, it's already the color's kind of gone. All the leaves are off. I got some time to clean out the leaves on they're all down on the things now. Now you're just gonna find spots of color. And the trees are going to be naked, and it's going to be that period where there's no snow, dead trees, and so not too much inspiration now, except going to the ocean or going to the water. That's about it.
Yeah, you've got about another month or so. You start getting some snow, maybe in December or something like that.
We got some snow 2 days ago.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I was up in the northwest corner. I thought I was going to get kind of stuck where we were. It was wet, heavy snow.
Ooh, okay.
And by the time I got home, there was nothing here. It was snowing, but it wasn't sticky. But up where I was in the part of Connecticut, it was they must have gotten at least 4 inches. So
pretty good.
Yeah,
that was probably left over from that hurricane that came through here.
I was surprised. I was like, wow.
Was it on Thursday? Was that Wednesday, Thursday, something like that?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah, Friday. Early Friday morning.
Okay.
And then by the time the afternoon came, the sun was back out again.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's
that time of year when there's major differences in where we live, huh? Because it's 93 here right now.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is here, about 60 degrees and nice weather now, but yeah, it's not 90, not 93.
It's 93 clear skies. I mean, it's freaking beautiful.
Uh,
Our low is 65, I think. Yeah.
that's like jacket weather for you guys. I mean, that is
If you could hear them complain, yeah, in the morning, dear God, yeah, they're freezing. They're absolutely dying.
yeah,
And people that were born and raised are just dying. Yeah.
below 70 degrees. Oh my gosh, it's cold.
Yeah. Yeah. For some of them, it's 80, but yeah, the weather forecast, everybody, 70 is like, that's it. That's the freeze line right there.
Yeah, for us here in Atlanta, it seems to be about 45, something like that. And for US, it's probably like below 50, I would imagine. Is that when people
Yeah,
start?
probably about 50.
Yeah, ours is-
I don't know. I've been down in Florida. It's like 65, 70, and people wearing their jackets and winter stuff.
Yeah, depends. There's people from South Florida. And anything below 80 is cold.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
The way it is here, boy.
It's
There you go.
all relative. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we've been here for 14 years, and we get some snow here, but it's not like a Chicago winter. And it'll be 35, 40 degrees, but the sun will be out. It'll be no wind. And we'll just have a sweatshirt on, and everybody else around here has like the full Michelin Man coats on with the we call the puffy coats, and we haven't adapted yet. We're still holding out, trying to just keep our thicker blood, trying to just wear sweatshirts and stuff, because that's not that cold really. I mean, when it gets below zero, 35 degrees, 30 degrees is not cold. So, but it's all relative. It's all what you're used to.
Yeah, for some people, well, like when my daughter and her boyfriend were here, he found it fascinating that I barely own like 3 pairs of pants. I always wear shorts. It's just the way it is here.
Mhm.
And he talked to someone else, and they told him the same thing, to some stranger, and they told him the same thing. Yeah, I don't have any pants. I don't wear them. Like, for what? He just found it like crazy. He's like,
Yeah,
"You have pants?" Like, I'm like, look at it. Does it look like you would you wear pants in this weather? Get out, give me a break.
Speaking of pants,
Whoa.
let's get a leg up on these photos. How about that?
Nice.
I'm back. I've been working on my timing here.
Yeah.
So I think this was the last photo from last week, huh, Joe? Yes, was your interpretation of red. This was your visit to south of the border there a couple weeks ago.
And just a quick update. I went. That's the Mexican side of Nogales. There's an American Nogales and a Mexican Nogales, and they shut down that border right after that. So,
Okay.
if you try to walk through there now, it has to be for a specific reason.
So it's like essential,
Right.
sort of shipments. So no tourist traffic back and forth anymore.
Right. And it's not because it's not because of COVID. It's because there's so little traffic.
Oh, okay. It's just not that.
Yeah.
Not worth it for them to have the extra staff and everything to cover
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Huh. It's kind of now that's how far is south of Tucson is Nogales? Is it pretty much just straight south of Tucson, isn't it?
Yeah.
You remember right? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's about another hour.
Okay.
something like
Yeah. Yeah. Last time we were down there we were visiting a friend in Tucson. And that was like in 2002. So that was a while ago, but yeah, seem to remember it not being that far. I mean, a little ways out.
Yeah. But
Not right around the corner, but
Right.
not too far. All right, so this is the exact opposite of Nogales. We've got the waterfalls of Connecticut, I'm assuming. Oh, New York. Watkins Glen, New York.
Not Connecticut.
No, that's not Connecticut, yeah. That's Watkins Glen. So that is, wow, that's like south central New York then, huh? Way up there.
More or less, yeah. We
Wow.
went almost 3 weeks ago now.
Okay, all
We
right.
spent about a week there.
were you
Wow.
there for the race? Are you a NASCAR fan? Is that?
No, No. We were there to we have I have well we all have so much time to burn, so we went with the in-laws up there to just
Oh.
kind of before the next lockdown happened, before this cold weather started, so that
Yeah.
get in some little vacation time.
Uh-huh.
And the Finger Lakes are not at least they weren't that crowded this time of year. So
And it looks like you had some good color still.
oh yeah, they still had color then.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like you had quite a bit. So this is interesting. Is this like an old quarry or something?
No, that's the river. I forget what the name of the actual water
Oh,
that
I'm
goes through
looking
there.
at this wall over here. They built these steps. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they've gentrified the whole gorge area so that it can be it's basically a giant tourist attraction.
Okay. All right.
So there's 800 and some odd steps all the way from one end to the other, from the
Okay.
bottom all the way to the top of the gorge.
All right.
I used to be stationed near there, outside of Geneva.
Oh yeah,
Okay. That's beautiful. I love the rocks and the leaves on the edge of the pool here around the waterfall. It is.
this was just a bonus. Truth be told, I wanted to go for all the wineries and breweries and all the eating, because you just fall over the place with there's a bunch of alcoholics in New York.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wine up there. People may not
there is.
realize. There's a
Yeah.
ton of wine. There is.
Mhm.
They are competing with California's wine country now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they've got a huge population relatively close, so it's a good relatively short drive for people to go and visit. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been up in that area since I was a kid, so I don't.
The problem is that the Finger Lakes, I mean, it basically stretches across. I mean, it could cover an entire state almost, a normal state. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we were there for barely a week, and we could only just barely hit 2 of the lakes that were there. So,
Okay. Yeah. 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 There's a lot to explore there.
oh yeah,
Probably a decent time. Well, especially this year with the pandemic, it probably less people to deal with. But well, I imagine you probably get a lot of people going up there for color. I mean, just because of all the stuff there is to do there, in addition to the.
well, there were still people there at this time, but not as many as I know there could have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Ooh, nice. Okay. Nice. It is a pretty deep gorge. So there's the bridge way up top, at the top of the gorge, huh?
Oh, it goes on for miles. This is just a little portion. This is like one little section.
Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, the steps go all up and around and across and back up that way.
It just keeps going. Like I said, 832 steps you can get for so many miles up the gorge. It's a long way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, looks like a neat.
The only downside is that there wasn't a lot of water. Just like here in Connecticut, not a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
The rainfall totals are down there too as well, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So not quite as much water as you would normally have going through the gorge. But yeah, it's nice though. I like that. There you go. The black and white version.
Nice.
Yeah. Kind of a close up of that same. Yeah, I guess that same area.
Yep.
In a little closer. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and the trail goes around behind it, so people stand there and take a picture of the falls right there. They get this little selfie, and then they go up into a little cavern that takes you up, and it continues on down.
Oh, okay. It's called Cavern Cascade right there. So it's on the sign. Oh, nice and sharp.
And that little dark area there, that's the cavern, and it takes you up. And you keep following up the cascades up.
Okay. Oh, neat. That looks like a neat area. It'd be fun to go and explore. And if you've got breweries and wineries there, then yeah. I'm all
hello.
in. Sign me up.
Yeah. Hello. Yep.
I can do that.
I mean, they're all around each lake. I mean, you could drive like a half a mile. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's one right next to the other one. Oh, there's one across the street from the other one. It's like you could just,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Just a total brewery tour, huh?
Toganock Falls, Ulysses, New York. Same general area. Yeah, not a lot of water going down the stream there.
No, in fact, see that kind of whitish area is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's usually underwater. That's the exposed stone to the still a little slick, but it's gray. It's gray when it's no water on it. So
Okay, and that's normally underwater. Yeah, you can see over here on the far shore where the water level usually is. It's a couple feet higher. Yeah, because of the cut into the stone up there. Yeah. Yeah, up along here. Okay, well, you did a good job of getting some of the red in the images, even though you didn't know that was part of the thing we're talking about. But
oh, is that a thing? Red?
Yes, red was our theme for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, well, that's my submission there, right there.
Yeah, there you go. That's great. Great color. I thought we were going to get some good color here this year, and we just haven't. The leaves have just been falling off the tree. I don't know. I think it's maybe because we just had too much moisture this year or something. Because normally we get a week or so of good color, and then the leaves fall, and they're just falling now. They're just
moisture's usually pretty good. The problem here that we got is that we got a cold snap way too early, and it kind of triggered something, and then the temperature went back up to like the 90s like the week after.
Okay.
And plus we haven't had a lot of rainfall, so our color was short, and quite a few of the trees actually just gave up and said, I'm done for this season, and they just turned brown.
Yeah, that's a lot of them around here have ended up doing, just kind of turning brown and losing their leaves. And it's like, that's kind
It is a trip how they just all of a sudden, boom, just the leaves will just, okay, we're done, and they just fall.
Yep. Just within a matter of a day or so, it seems like. And if you get any storms moving through too, that always speeds up the process. Okay, there we go. A view from that same general scene, or
no, it's up the way a bit. You walk up the river, maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles. It's not that long actually to get to the big giant drop. This is the other falls that I hit. I only was able to hit 2. There's quite a few falls in that whole region.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you are the wherever you go, you find water. I think that's pretty much.
It finds me.
Yeah. Like my car's just going. I don't know why I'm going this way. Oh, that's why there's a waterfall. Oh, this is nice. I like this one. I like that. Shining through the trees in the background. And then all this detail here on the slope. Neat with the all exposed tree. That tree might not be there next year. Get another couple big storms, that tree might be falling down into the river.
Yeah, this was turning the bend, and this little area was like in shadow, and then all the rest of the area behind it was in a nice morning light.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it looks like this tree's about halfway falling over anyway. Might not be there next year. Well, it looks like it's done a good job of trying to secure itself. But, yeah, neat. Very nice. Good stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, Watkins Glen again.
It's a cool
So
angle.
now we want to know which images were before the winery tours and which ones were after.
How many beers in were you right here, man? Yeah.
All before.
Okay. Now they have some unusual. They have some different varieties up there, don't they? They grow some more native varieties. It's not like it's not Chardonnays and Cabernets and stuff. They've got some unique varieties of grape, don't they, up there?
They do. I think the original guy who started the whole thing brought some wines back from, or some grapes back from Europe,
Okay.
and they started. He started doing it or growing them in a certain way to grow in the climate that was in that area, and then he showed everybody else in the area how to do it, and it just started booming from there. So and then you go 50 so years later, and bam, bam, it's like it's just like California wine country up there now.
Yeah.
But they have ice wines, which I didn't have a chance to get into that, but that's a big popular thing out there, doing ice wine. They keep it at a certain temperature.
Yeah. Don't they harvest the grapes when they get like an ice on the grapes, literally?
Yeah, it's they actually, it's frozen. Yeah, they freeze it basically. They let the grapes freeze or something like that. I forget what the process is.
It must be like ice house beer, kind of the same thing.
Oh, ooh. Oh.
No, ice wine is. I've had a little bit of that. It's been a while, but my impression was it was kind of. It was sweet, not super sweet, but sweet. But it had some nice, strong, spicy components to it.
Well, I'm guessing the freezing would get a lot extra sugar out of that grape.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So they have that. They have a lot of. They do have quite a few reds there that were really good too as well.
Hey, Rui's in the chat, and I think he just he posted some images too. Yeah, that's a neat area. Like I said, I haven't been up there since I was a kid, and we were up in Cooperstown area a few years ago, but that was in the summer, and we just didn't have enough time to get down. New York's a big state. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot there, and it's just goes big distance east to west too. So cool. Looks like that was a fun trip. Hey, there we go, Rui. He's in the theme. Red is a slow color. It's taken with the Samsung phone. Maybe is this out while you were riding, Rui, or out walking, taking Charlie for a walk? No.
How long is this red theme going?
Today was the unofficial end of it, I guess. It was last week and this week. So, we've got
This is the deadline.
the deadline. Yeah. So we got to come up with a new theme for the next couple weeks. So we'll have to talk about that. Maybe we're trying to, they're trying to goad me and actually getting out and using my camera, Simi. If we come up with a theme, maybe we can get Joe and Mark to actually go on. So.
Yeah, I submitted a photo last week.
Yes, you did.
Pretty good. Yeah.
So, cool. So it looks like you got the fall color going there, Simi. Oh, I like this one. This is nice. Kind of a detail shot. There we go. It looks like not a maple. I don't know what kind of, like a sassafras tree or something like that. The leaves look similar to what we would have a sassafras tree, if I'm thinking right. Do you know any how to identify trees, Simi?
Nope.
Done that? Okay.
I don't have a clue, man.
I used to know how some stuff back when I was a kid, but I forgot all of it.
I'm pretty good at telling you that's a red leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a leaf and pretty much red. Yeah.
And that one's a big one, and that's a little one. I can do
So
that.
how can you find that to a colorblind person?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you're colorblind, you're not seeing that. Red would be a hard theme for somebody that is colorblind.
It'd be easy for them. Don't they see a different color? They would know. Oh, it's green. That must be red.
I've got a friend who's colorblind, and he rides bikes, and he has like glasses, and it has one red lens and a green lens. So, and he says it helps him. Between the two, he can actually see some colors, which kind of helps, knowing when the light's red or green, or stoplight, so he doesn't get run over by a car crossing an intersection, I guess. But it's like, wow, that's kind of strange. He goes, yeah, it looks weird, but I can actually see colors with these weird combinational lenses. I'm like, okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's and then I work with at least 3 guys that are some level of color blindness
Huh.
truck drivers. Yeah.
And that's not a disqualifying. I mean, is there some level that they can't
Yeah.
drive? No?
Yeah, there's a particular level, but
Okay.
I guess if you're pretty much like a dog, then forget about it.
Do you see like a dog? Yes. Okay. Sorry, you can't drive.
Yeah, you can't drive. Yeah, they do give you the color blind test with your DOT physical.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I think there's different kinds. It's not just one. There's different mixes, combinations of colors. People just depends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that probably has an impact. So yeah, this is a nice shot. Looks like looking up a tree that's kind of growing up. Taking a shot at it from the bottom of the tree, looking to the top. So you get a nice combination of red and blue.
These phones are taking such good photos now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
I know we say that a lot, but it's just the truth.
Yeah. The quality is just getting better and better and better.
I'm getting the new one, man. I'm finally out.
Oh, really? You're gonna get the new one? Is it the 12?
Yeah, the 12 Pro Max or
Oh,
Max 12 or whatever it is. Yeah, the big one, baby.
How much will that cost you?
It hasn't cost me anything yet.
Yeah. That's the key word. Yeah.
Not a single dime.
What are you going to do? Wait to sign up with a new company and get a free phone, or wait till it falls off the back of a lorry?
I'm waiting for them to ship it. It's not.
Okay.
You can't even pre-order it yet. I think not until the 12th or 13th or something.
Okay. And you're never changing cell phone providers because you were one of the ones. You still have an unlimited plan, right, with AT&T?
I still have the original iPhone unlimited plan. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
one of those dinosaurs. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know what? It's ridiculous at this point. It is, because there's much better cell phone plans out there for like literally half the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally got off that plan a couple months ago myself.
Did you really? You too? Okay.
Yeah, I had it forever, and finally,
Oh wow. Okay.
I had to. It's just got to be too much. It was almost $100 a month. They keep raising it.
Yeah, mine's over. I pay over $100 a month. Yeah.
Yeah, but how much data do you use?
Oh, I'm one of those ridiculous people too, man. Yeah, I use easily into the 30s easily.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I get
wasn't using that much, so that's why I dumped it.
Oh, yeah. I'm a pretty hardcore user, so
Well, you use it all day when you're out driving. I mean, you're out and about, and you've got the phone on, and you use it for directions and all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah.
it adds up. Yeah, I mean, you're essentially using it 10 hours, 10, 12 hours a day. So,
mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. So, speaking of, I don't know how to time it. Speaking of red, yeah, how about that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Speaking of going into the red,
Aye, there you go.
cell phone plan. There we got.
There
Okay.
you go.
So this looks like some selective color editing, Dennis.
Yeah, it's it was Velvia film. Actually, it was from a scan on the negative.
Okay.
But I did convert it to black and white and then stack
The original on it.
the original on it, yeah, and just erased all around the van.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually had to tone down the red as well because it was like glowing because Velvia is really oversaturated.
Yeah. I would still say it is still glowing a little bit, but
Yeah.
glowing even more. Yeah.
Still-
Now,
I'm looking at both my terminals, and the one in front of me is not glowing as much as the laptop one. So it depends what monitor you got.
Oh, this one I'm using?
Yeah, I'm looking at this one, which you're looking at for everybody. I'm also looking at my laptop because I can enlarge the picture and see it better. But what I'm saying is, both monitors have a different shade of red.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm sure. Yep. Every monitor is a little different.
Oh, yeah.
So is it brighter on your laptop than?
It's bright on my laptop.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
saying simple, the brightness might need to go down, I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things. I calibrated this monitor, but it's been a year since I've done it. So
Yeah, I just done mine.
yeah, and yeah. But no, this is definitely red. So this looks like a German ambulance. Is that or fire truck? Is that what this is?
It's got to be a fire truck because it's got the ladders on the rack there.
Yeah, it's got the ladders and it's got the
Yeah.
a fire wagon.
I left the flags on in colour. Oh,
Mhm.
that was
Okay, yeah, okay, yep, there they are. Yep.
And if I was in an emergency and I need a fire truck with a ladder and I seen this pull up, I'd just shoot myself. You know?
I'm 6 feet above the ground. Come and rescue me.
I mean, if you see this thing pulled up, you're like the people in the World Trade Center. I'm just jumping. You know? Screw it.
This one's only for those little one-level houses. You know.
Yeah.
This
the
is
small little houses.
get the cat out of the tree or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. So this was you took one, copied it, turned it to black and white, and then just stacked the original on top. Basically, did a selection and stacked it on top.
yeah. I turned it. I used GIMP, and there's one what says colour to grey.
Okay.
So I didn't actually choose black and white. It was just to grey.
Okay.
The whole thing went grey, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a bit tricky cutting around the van because the guy looking in the vehicle behind, he was in colour still, so I had to sort of
Oh. So it took you a little while. Did you use like the free select tool or did you use the smart tool to do it?
just use the eraser and just went round it.
Oh, okay. And just erase it out.
That's an interesting way because it looks identical, especially when I'm looking at some of the other colors in the background that didn't quite get done.
Mhm.
It looks just like when you take all your sliders and just slide them, you know, the red,
Mhm.
the green, you know, all your color exposures and just do it that way and just leave the red all the way out.
Okay, so you erased it out and then dropped the other one on top. Okay.
Yeah, it takes like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You could just expand the tool size and just go around it roughly, wipe everything out, and just
Yeah.
go around a bit more careful. The hardest bit was under the ladder because the blue
Oh, okay.
sky was still showing through.
Oh, yeah, you get the sky to come back through there. Yeah.
So I had to just get it really small tool and work my way along.
And between the fold and the ladder here at the back. Yeah. Attention to detail there. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, gets away with it though.
yeah. Well, I did. I saved it. I found a couple YouTube channels, Dennis, that are dedicated entirely to GIMP tutorials.
Oh, wow.
So I've gone through and saved a few videos that I'm going to watch here. I'm hoping this week. I've got some time at the end of this week to watch and actually learn how to use GIMP.
Yeah, that's how I did it, Mark. Because say 10 years ago when I first played with it, I didn't have a clue. I just felt like, oh, stop this! I can't get it to do anything.
Yeah, and I played around with it. I was like, no, I need some professional help, free professional help. So I'm going to find those YouTube channels and learn how. I've got a couple good ones on explaining layers and how to use the selection tools and all that stuff to make sure I can do that relatively quickly instead of just futzing around trying to find stuff to work.
Yeah, blending two photographs together. That turned out to be quite simple, really. But it's just remembering all the moves.
Yeah, that's the main thing. So speaking of blending two together, is that what you did here, or is this a model, or what? Tell us about this one, Dennis.
Oh, well, this is when I went to the racetrack. It was really raining heavy, like, you know.
Okay.
You know what? You're telling bullshit.
Yeah, my cousin knows. These are a couple of Scale Electrics cars
Okay.
on the track. I took the track out. I used the blur tool on the wheels to make it look like there's motion in the vehicles.
Okay.
And then I added a fog filter.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I could tell they look like models, but it was interesting to see how you got them to look like that. Okay, so they were on there was like an electric car, basically. Scale electric car.
Car sets where they go in the track, you know, they go in
Mm-hmm.
pick up the electricity on the track in the middle. So
Did you have Scalextrics over here years ago?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
I had one as a kid where you had the little trigger to make them go slot cars. We call them slot cars.
yeah,
Nice.
it's the same. Yeah, but he's still got his kit under the desk here. So I just took the cars out, put it on a piece of track.
Nice.
It looks good.
Yeah, the end result is nice. I like that.
It gave a good. It was a good effect. Like the fog slider was quite good because you can add fog, but you can actually slide how much fog you want.
Uh-huh. And you can put the emphasis at different points on the image too.
No, I just put it on the whole image, but then you can run a slider up and see it put more and more fog because level 1 wasn't really enough. You could still see they were toy cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fog took out, and I've done it wide open. So
Yeah.
the car's blurred anyway.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah.
It's only playing with GIMP again. I was trying to play the different filters. There's stacks of filters in it.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, and I need to spend some time. Oh, there you go, Wes. That's about what the leaves look like. Yeah, for us, they just kind of fall.
Yeah.
You got the red going away, red decay.
Yeah. Now, did you saturate that, Wes, or is that it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stands out though.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool, man.
That's a nice composition there, actually, with the sticks and the one leaf in there.
Yeah, I've
Grass.
been red stuff the past 2 weeks, and nothing really jumped out at me. So I was like,
Yeah,
I was on a hike yesterday morning, and so I was just like, oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Try to pick out a set of leaves that are
Yep. Look good.
stand out.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I like that.
And now you've got to change it to grey, Wes, and just leave the red leaf.
Yeah.
That's a neat, good one. You met the theme requirement. There you
Yeah.
go. And then we got a
That's a nice girl.
artillery.
Very common butterfly around here.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing a lot of them when we were down there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All our butterflies are gone.
Is this when you're full frame?
Yeah, that's the full frame.
Ooh, I look at the detail on the eyes there. That's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So what's your long lens? Wes?
This might just be a 70 to 200. Yeah, this is a 70 to 200.
Yeah, 70 to
280.
200. Right.
Don't have to get too far away from the butterflies.
Did you
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, you just don't want to make any quick movements. Yeah.
did you get rid of your 200 to 600?
No, I still got it.
150 to 600? Or you still got it? Yeah.
Yeah, I still got it.
I think we're going to see that on one of these next pictures.
Yeah, I think at some point.
Fuchsia, seen at Morningside Nature Center. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. This is okay. So zoom, full telephoto. Yeah.
I
So
could use a photo like that in my guest bathroom right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just kind of a mood kind of photo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yep. Just hanging up on the wall in the hallway or something.
Yeah, I've been having people really getting bothered by naked women everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, I need to take other photos.
Like, everywhere I go. I go in the bathroom, there's a naked woman. I go in the bedroom, there's a naked
That's
woman.
true.
I go in the kitchen, there's a naked-
I don't even think about it. And then my cousin brought her son over, and he's like 11 or something like that.
He's like, oh, I just made it to heaven.
He was like,
Best place ever.
he was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I literally don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I'm like, yeah, I guess I do need to take some different photos or print some different photos at least.
That's funny. Yeah. He's like, hey, can we go to Joe's house again?
Exactly. I love my cousin.
Yeah.
Can I help you on a photo shoot? You know? Yeah.
No, this would be nice. Yeah, get this printed and put that up on the wall or in the hallway or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
good. I like it.
Yeah. The 11-year-old might not like it as much, but
Well, it's not quite as fun as the alternative, but yeah. Yeah, as the other kind of butterfly, if you will. But yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So is this what species of butterfly is this, Wes? Do you know?
I think it's just like it's a swallowtail. It's a Schaus swallowtail, I think is what it's called.
Okay. Ooh, you can still see. Okay, now you can see a little bit of detail in the eyes there too. Nice. Well done. Yeah, you have butterflies pretty much are there year round, right? You don't really.
Yeah, but they're more active right now since the fall wildflowers are blooming.
Okay. Yep. Yeah,
No, don't see as many other times a year. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, there you go, Simi. There's the 150 to 600.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
AD, so it's 1,000 on the crop sensor.
Kind of a nice light too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
This is a little trail that's right down the road from my house. I go there in the evenings a lot.
Nice. Yeah. Good time of day. Great blue heron, just sitting there. Yeah, you're not that far away from that, are you? Just a mile
Yeah,
or two away,
it's
right?
it's like right at 2 miles, I think, to the trailhead.
That's nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and evening's a good time to go because they're kind of getting ready to roost and do whatever they do in the evening. And white ibis. Nice. I like it being on the dead
Yeah.
branch, dead tree. It's a nice. But you got a little bit of some Spanish moss over here. Moss over on that.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
Yeah, there's a lot you could do with with this photo. It's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. Well done. And that's with the R. Yep, the R and a 600. So.
Mhm. Like I said, I grab, depending on what I feel like, I grab either one.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that I can put all my lenses on any of the
Yeah.
cameras I have.
Yep. It doesn't really depend on the camera body. Just depends
Right.
what lens you want to use for the most part.
Yep.
Okay. And speaking of 800 steps, there's some people going up some of them. Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, you really have to go early for this place. Even though it wasn't busy when we went because I was with the in-laws. We went in the middle of the day. I didn't think I was going to get any good shots at all.
Yeah.
But I just had to take a lot of shots.
There were still people around, right? A lot of people everywhere.
Oh yeah, there was still, because they all congregated at the same spot where they want to do their selfies, and then they linger, and then they linger some more.
Yeah.
So you just gotta take enough shots where they move just enough, and then you get those spots where there aren't any people, then you can kind of clone them out. But I left the people in this one. I liked it with the people walking up. The guy was looking into the over
he's
to the light.
looking
Yeah.
at the yeah.
Gives it some.
It was like that when I went now a couple weeks ago at the Grand Canyon. It's the same thing as if you're in the main area, but once you got on there's free buses you can take. So if you got on the buses, then there was a lot less people. You could kind of be in those certain spots by yourself.
Yeah. That's usually even if there's like if you go the parks, or if you just go away from the main areas a little bit, you lose the number of people. Just drops dramatically because people don't want to walk anywhere. They don't want to go anywhere. They just want to. They just typically drive through, and so if you're willing to go off the beaten path a little bit, you can improve the odds quite a bit that you won't have any people in the shots.
Oh yeah.
Still no guarantees though. But yeah, some good stuff. So now, since we had lots of great images with red, we got to think of another theme for the next couple weeks. Any ideas? We had the color. Do we want to do a concept more
Could
than
be anything.
a color?
Could be a street scene. Could be anything.
Well, I'm gonna be biased because I've been my last projects have been like doing lots of panos. So
Yeah,
Water. He's going to say water.
I happen to have some panos myself. Yeah, I have to put them all together. Yeah,
Well, we
but
could
I-
use the concept of wide. How about that?
wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a few women that fit that category.
And whatever we think of, Joe's got naked women pictures.
What do you need? I got butterflies. I got wide. I've got. What do you? What do you need?
You do a keyword search on Joe's images. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got it. Yeah, I could cover red. Yeah,
I'm surprised Joe didn't say black and white.
I know, right? Well, it was just too easy. I mean, I was twitching, trying to hold it back, but yeah,
You
that's
can see Joe kind of twitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, doing the old Rain Man or something. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be hard doing white with a digital camera. Because digital cameras don't do white, do they? They just go, everything's white.
Yeah, they just kind of blow everything out.
They blow everything out.
But it's you could do white. I mean, white is one of those things that you just don't even right when you're like, yeah, we're gonna shoot color. What color? Nobody ever goes, ooh, pick me, white.
Yeah. It'd be white. I was saying wide. Simi said panos. So it's
Yeah.
like a wide.
Yeah, no, I know you said wide, but yeah,
Well, yeah, white would be another one too. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be. But yeah, how do you interpret that? I mean,
Sure.
yeah, once again, yeah, just how do you?
I've got plenty of
What
those
about
too.
speed?
Speed's tough.
No,
Yeah.
speed.
How about just motion?
Motion, yeah,
Motion.
yeah,
do motion. Yeah.
yeah. White is good though. White is good.
Yeah, white's going to be difficult.
Yeah, white's tough. Yeah.
But you should take a picture and turn it black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do motion. I like motion. That's kind of interesting because you could do a lot. I mean, a lot of just like anything. You could whatever that means.
The other thing is, does it have to be a current picture, like within the next 2 weeks, or can it be from an old picture?
I'd say anything. I mean,
Yeah, whatever you got.
a new image or an older image that you think fits the theme. So if we were
I think for the four of us, it should be a new image. And for existing image. For Mark and Joe, it has to be a new image.
I'm
Pressure's
all
on.
for it. These, wide. All these things are covered under just being a truck driver. I could just take a picture of a wide load. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
So we got the color white, which would be interesting. We have the width of wide, and we have motion.
Yeah.
Which one of those three? I mean, I like all three of those. That would be kind of
I like motion.
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 I'll go for motion.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
At
Yeah.
this
Rui.
point,
Jump on the bandwagon, Rui. Yeah, Rui agrees with Simi that
Yeah,
you
well-
will have to actually do new images.
look at all the photos that Simi has of motion. Give me a break. That's cheating.
No, see, but most of his stuff stops motion. So
No.
Uh,
No, he's got all those ones where he's moving the camera around. If you remember, he's like tossing the damn thing up in the air.
I won't do any of those. I'll do just regular
That's
motion.
a good thing to do it as of now instead of an old one.
He takes a picture of a blade of grass and you can't even figure out what the hell it is. I mean, he moves it and it's just sitting still.
Like, of course.
Yeah, Rui says he has motion. Yeah. You just get on his bike, point it downhill, and start recording.
Rui's all for it as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm around trucks all day. I mean, I could knock that one out. That one's
But yeah, motion doesn't necessarily need to mean motion. Doesn't need to be moving. So It can
You
mean,
can make it look like it's moving.
yeah. Oh, I've got a perfect idea, and I think I can actually generate a new image with it. I've got it. If we use motion, it would have to be slightly creative, but I could probably come up with something in the
Hey,
next 2
some people make a living making themselves look like they're moving and they ain't doing a damn thing. I mean, they make a whole living doing that. So that's
That's true.
I've been pretty good at it myself. You do the whole George Costanza thing. You just look aggravated. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, Joe, I used to work with a load of guys, and you had to wear special glasses to actually see them moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No, I vote for motion. Rue says post a GIF. That would be one way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Turn your image into a GIF. There you
What do they call it? A boomerang or something? What is that? What do they call that when you do that on the? Is it a boomerang or?
When you do it on the social media, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're posting themselves moving like that, and,
I don't know.
TikTok, I don't know.
I forget what it's called. It has a name, but
But yeah, motion. Does that sound?
It could be more defined and have motion, whatever. So like,
No, I think motion, which means it could be
anything.
with motion. However, you decide to use motion.
Right.
if
So-
Pat ever posts in here, he does it all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's only one interpretation of motion. There's lots of other ways. Of
Oh
motion.
yeah, there are many other ways. Yeah, many.
Yeah. See, does that sound good for the next 2 weeks? We'll do a 2 week again because that'll take us to the 15th. That'll take us to mid-November, and then we can do one for the last 2 weeks in November, and that'll get us to basically the last Sunday in November.
Oh, that one would have to be like Thanksgiving themed or something. wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, something related maybe to the holiday or but celebrate. It might be one to think about. Yeah.
Celebrate wholesome or
Yeah. Norman Rockwell.
yeah.
But yeah, motion. How does motion sound? We consensus.
How many pictures are we limited to? 2, 3, or what?
As many as you want to share.
Yeah, as many as
Yeah.
you come up with.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to get 1 or 2, but you guys can feel free to do other ones.
I think James is just kind of a badass. He's like, well, how many? I mean,
Yeah.
I think he was like blowing off his pistols at the same time, like, yeah, how many? I can do that in my sleep.
Now let's do that. I've got a few ideas that popped into my head, and it might be something that I don't have to travel too far away from the house to get. So I think that might work for me.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good one.
We can't travel anywhere from our houses. We
Well, there
can't-
you go. That's going to be your challenge. Yeah, you guys are locked down.
You're going to have to make it look like you're moving somewhere.
That's right. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good at that, looking busy.
And there's a plus side to it because you get the photo and then you can actually prove you did something because you can show it to the wife, and be like, hey, look, I did something. I was moving. What do you want?
There you go. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like we're settled on motion for the next 2 weeks. Whatever, something related to that or interpretation of that or displaying that, whatever. So
Sounds good.
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Simi gave the thumbs up, so he's good with that.
Yep.
So I'm sure we'll get some, hopefully not images of him motioning as he's crashing on his bike. Maybe not. We don't want any of that. But anything else related to motion, we're good. So, good show, guys. Appreciate all the participation. And we will be back here next week. I think we're good for pretty much the whole month. There's nothing that seems to be interfering. We have Thanksgiving in 4 weeks, but that's on a Thursday. So I plan on doing a show the Sunday after. So we should be good. So
Awesome.
all right. Good show, guys. Thanks for everything. And motion is the theme for the next couple of weeks. So we'll see what we come up with. All right.
Take care.
Later, guys.
Good to see
Stay
you.
safe.
Man. We'll see you.
Don't go anywhere, Dennis.
No, I'll stick around home.
Yeah. See ya.
See you.